Thank you. It's nice to have my personal psychopath.
Just let me know where you want me to go off.
Everything is black.
I can talk to him. That's anything with something I don't want about that. I need to just leave him and oblivion. I can just take it, but if I know the madness culture, I go react.
I like him and he's my peace. So I'm gonna be protecting my peace.
Okay, so last night, Venita gave us a perspective from which she wants us, the viewers, to view her ship with Adekunle. And I found that very hilarious because you see here, in every situation, there's always two or more sides to the story, right? There's the perspective of the people involved, and then there's the perspective of the spectators that are watching that situation or event unfold. And it really cracked me up last night when Venita was saying all what she was saying, and I was just shaking my head. I'm like, okay, bless the Lord. I was actually giving her some accolades, you know, for being a very, very good actor. You know, every time she gets into character, we see her in her element, and it's always fascinating to watch. Now, before the Saturday night party, a statement had been made. You've probably seen it by now. Yes, we're going to talk about that one. Now, during the party, there was their PDA moment, you know, the kissing, the licking of the neck, the touching, everything and everything in between. We saw all of that. And then it was after the party that they kissed. We're gonna get into it, all right? And I'm gonna try as much as possible to keep this video really brief because we had our live session yesterday, our YouTube live stream yesterday, and we had a robust conversation about these people's ship, the strategies involved, not just from them, but from other housemates as well. If you missed out on that, that live stream is available on my channel. Please go ahead and watch it to catch up. There were so many intelligent, intellectual perspectives that contributed to that conversation. So for that reason, I would not want to overflog the issue on this video, all right? But I would love to hear your thoughts about it, okay? I'm actually doing this video because I want to hear your thoughts about it. So please go ahead and share with all of us in the comment section below, all right? And you are all specially welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Gloria Elijah. This is Frankly Speaking with Gloria Elijah, and I am the girl with the T. For those of you that are yet to subscribe, please do exactly what you see on your screen. Kindly join the family. I've told you all that it's absolutely free. You're not paying a dime to subscribe to my channel, all right? So please subscribe. Please like this video, all right? I see a lot of comments, I see a lot of views, but I want to see a lot of likes as well. So please like the video if you enjoy my content, my analysis as well, all right? And yeah, let's get into it. Today, before the party, the housemates had a task. They had the techno task, which is quite exciting to watch. It was very, very beautiful, right? The costumes, the picture taking, or should I call it the photo shoot, yeah, the video shoot, everything was just giving. It was really beautiful, spot on. And of course, in the midst of all of that was the silent beefs and the silent competitive spirit that exists amongst the housemates whenever there's a task, which is quite normal, guys. I mean, there's no season in Big Brother's house, so there's no week in Big Brother's house for every season where there's a task without competition, yes, and that exists. And Venita has been claiming from time to time that, oh, sometimes when they're having tasks, Neo will be throwing jabs at her. And guys, I don't even want to talk about it. It's quite exhausting to talk about, but she's making a big deal out of that narrative that her cousin Neo is sort of cooking up a propaganda against her, you know, literally using housemates in the house as pawns to get at her. Guys, that was what informed the so-called meeting that she had called the other day with a.k.a. and PERE. We already talked about all of that, so there's no need to go into that anymore. Now, after the task, she and Adekunle were at the dining. They were eating, and then a.k.a. had brought in a brief from Big Brother to give them instructions on how to prepare and what they were required to wear for the party. And after that brief reading, that was when Venita had stood off the dining table, had moved around, had gone ahead to kiss Adekunle on the face, multiple kisses, and that was where she had made that statement. Thank you so much. It feels good to have my own personal psychopath. Yeah, that was what she said, psychopath. Adekunle's response to what Venita said did not really shock me, did not really surprise me, but it was quite disappointing because his response to her was, just let me know whenever you want me to go off. In other words, let me know whenever you want me to react. Let me know whenever you want me to defend you, which is all that I have been hammering on this channel since Adekunle started this her ship with Venita. I've been telling you all that this guy is automatically inheriting beef, fighting battles that he's got no business with. Yes. So, you see, after that brief moment, I took a pause and I had to rush back to, my dictionary to check the definition of psychopath again. I mean, guys, there are times when you understand the definition of certain terms, but because of the context in which they are used, it causes you to ponder. Let's check the definition of psychopath again. All right. Now, it says here from the dictionary that it's a person affected by a chronic mental disorder with abnormal or violent social behavior. Ladies and gentlemen, God, have you put 2 and 2 together yet or not? Or do you want me to explain further? Or you want me to just leave it? You figure it out yourself. Which one do you want? Tell me. I'm going to do it right now. Just tell me. Now, for the benefit of those that will still want to argue this one out, let me just make it clear that Venita is no fool. She sees through what Adekunle is doing. In other words, she sees the effect she's having on this guy. Adekunle probably feels like, oh yes, whatever he's doing, he's on track with his game, he's on track with his strategy. But Venita, in my frank opinion, and from what we all discussed yesterday, is literally the puppet master in that ship. And she has seen that she's already getting the right reactions that she wants from Adekunle. She's already seen that thing that she wants, in terms of having a henchman, when you want somebody that's going to slay everybody, when you want somebody that's going to destroy everybody, you just snap your fingers and he's just going to go, just the bingo, bingo, go, go, go. And you're like, whoo, you back and go. Guys, that's exactly what Venita wants. And Adekunle has become that thing that Venita wants. So for her to even put a name tag to it, psychopath, ladies and gentlemen, she wasn't wrong, sadly. She wasn't wrong. Because this week alone, I'm not even talking about from last week, but this week alone, that is the behavior that Adekunle has been exhibiting in that house. We've talked about it many, many times, guys. So I'm not even going to overflog the matter, but I just wanted to let you all know that you see that name, that word, psychopath, that Venita called Adekunle, it was no jokes, it was actually real. Yes, and that is the situation. Adekunle has been exhibiting violent social behavior courtesy of Venita, all in the guise of, oh, I'm defending my girl, my woman. He has been exhibiting the traits of a psychopath. Here's the deal. Adekunle is unapologetic about what he is doing. Yes, evidence is in his conversation with CEECEE yesterday morning. I did a video yesterday about it and I mentioned it, but I did not find the clip. So I think by now you must have seen the clip already. On that video, I'd given you all the details of the conversation they were having. However, this particular statement he had made, really caught my ears because he had actually said a lot, throwing jabs at most of the housemates, saying a lot of things, which for me is not really that much of a big deal because all the housemates, they say trash about one another. So it's nothing new. But then the part that really caught my ears was when Adekunle acknowledged the fact that Venita was overreacting. Even CEECEE, Venita's best friend in that house, even said that, because Adekunle was trying to make a case for Venita that, that one thing he has noticed about her is that she knows what she's doing when she overreacts. But the problem is that she doesn't know how to control it. And CEECEE looked at Adekunle and did like this. Now, who told you? That's somebody that knows what she's doing. If you talk to her 5 minutes later, she's doing that exact same thing. She enjoys it. She's always calling it her having her moment. In other words, that's her own way of creating her own highlights on the show. And then Adekunle said, well, that for him, he has been seeing whatever is happening in the house, all the shenanigans, that for him, he's just going to be chilled and watching, that all he's just waiting for is for them to bring the market to Venita, and then he's going to automatically react. Guys, I heard that, and once again, I was disappointed. I mean, I recognize a game when I see one, but the way things are going with Adekunle, the way he is now carrying Venita's fights in the house on his head. Guys, I don't want to give it a name, please, so that people will not say, oh, Glory, you're taking I don't want to give it a name, but you go ahead and give it a name. You go ahead and let me know what you think. Now, finally, last night, about Venita's perspective as to how she wants us, the viewers, to view her ship with Adekunle. She was basically saying that she found her peace of mind in the house and she's going to protect her peace, and that is Adekunle. And then they had kissed. While she was saying all of that, she was cuddling Adekunle. Yeah, Adekunle had his head on her bosom and the duvet was covering him. So when she would talk, she would look down at him and then she would kiss him. Very, very brief, not French kiss. She would kiss him. And the whole thing was sweeting the guy, and he was rubbing her, beneath the sheets. I listened to her say all of that, and frankly speaking, I was quite entertained because Venita is very smart, as we've all said. She's very smart, she's very strategic. She knows that when she and Adekunle does all those their PDAs and affectionate touches, rubs here and there, even the kisses, she knows fully well that the cameras will capture it. And so she was giving us content last night. And guys, I was actually entertained. I was watching it, but of course, I did not swallow it all hook, line, and sinker. Ladies and gentlemen, you and I know that whatever she's doing, guys, she's basically pulling the strings, and Adekunle is enjoying it, or probably completely sold out to it already. But as I've always said, I believe that there's a second chance for Adekunle to recover himself. I believe there's a second chance for redemption. So I'm just patiently waiting to see how Adekunle is going to maneuver that his ship into his own favor, because at the moment it's going in Venita's favor. Yes, whether you like it or yes, it's going in Venita's favor. So I'm just waiting to see if Adekunle will be smart again, because I was quite disappointed that he did not counter that name that she labeled him, her personal psychopath. I mean, if anybody called me that, I will correct it immediately, especially on national television. I'll say, no, I'm not your psychopath. I'm just having your back. That's it. Having someone's back is safer as a name tag than tagging someone a psychopath, and Adekunle loved the name. So if you hear me calling him a psychopath on this channel, I did not name him that name. It is Venita that gave him that name, all right? But anyways, guys, go ahead. Let me know your thoughts about this situation. The comment section below. I'll see you guys on another video soon. Have an amazing day. Bye.